All right, now I'm gonna go destroy the old setup since that area is not
Slam, and welcome
painted.
to Japan, kids. It's time for tentacles.
Here. All right, temporary hats to distribute this stuff. All right, just to unload those boxes. All right, let's see. Single green motor planet, you need dozens of them, you do. Man, if I've learned anything from Dyson Sphere, it's that the community are jerks. They really like name calling. I'm working on it. All right, hang on. Let's see, this stuff's already getting, okay, so the stuff will be sprayed. So I can, let's see, get rid of that and start requesting our fancy fuel rods. And then also here, just because the belt is so long. Miss. Alright, are both of these... Well, it doesn't need to be sprayed going in because it would already be sprayed. Okay. Let's see. I have a planetary blueprint that makes 30 dewdrops per second. Half the planet's just green motors. Yeah, I kind of got a wake-up call on that when I saw... Let me find it just a second. Is it that? No. Blueprint limit is now 3,600 facilities. Dude, my most advanced blueprint is like, you know, this stuff, which is counting the individual belts. Let's say it's like 100. And I was just like, so you can get to the point where you just copy paste a whole planet. I was like, oh my god, yeah. I don't know if I want to go to that point, but now I know. Let's see. Start offloading this. Okay. Make sure nothing got broken here. Don't think so. What was in these boxes? Was that? Okay, whatever that was, I stopped it from doing that. To be fair, it would be extremely tedious if you had to hand tailor every planet's infrastructure. I agree with you on that. I just did not think this game would go to the point where you were strip mining entire planets, like, you know, dozens at a time. Like, I fear that I would get bored of the game before that point. But that's a me thing, not a you thing. So, yeah. Those fuel rods. We're not getting them fast enough. At this point, we are losing power compared to the method of just pumping hydrogen straight into them. What's going on here? Making a Dyson sphere larger than the inner planet's orbit takes 500,000 rockets. Doing that at 5 a minute is too slow. Is there any change to the gameplay after that, or is it literally just watch a rocket launch 500,000 times? What's the second ingredient that's taking a while? Oh, hydrogen. I'm wondering if I should have fuel rods on half of this and then just hydrogen in the other half, because something's better than nothing. Now you don't need a bazillion thermal plants? Well, no, I'm still in the negative right now, my guy. The story's set to end after 2 more updates. Next one in February, like I said, and the next one is coming Mayish. Oh, that finally finished. Okay. Technologies. Mission complete. Lack of research materials, that's a lie. Alright. I've only got the white science connected to the last box right now. I've got, what was it, blue, red, yellow, purple, green antimatter. So I had to set up the 7th ingredient over here on the end. There's some awesome YouTube vids of people who create entire planets dedicated to launching rockets. The visuals on the time lapse is pretty stunning. That'll help a bit. Kinda want all that hydrogen, though, for Casimir and Dude Rods for rockets. Dude Rods takes, deuterium, not hydrogen. Titanium alloy, deuterium, and super... unless you're referring to the process of turning the hydrogen into deuterium. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Dude is hydro? No. They're 2 different items. But yes, there is a way to change one into the other. Still hurting on power over here. Wait. What? Oh, that's some... I clicked on the wrong one. There is nothing being delivered. Let me check on the hydro rods. Production is slow because of hydrogen deliveries. I really don't want to drag a belt over here. Really don't want to drag a belt over there. If the copper wasn't there, I would lay it out right there and I could offload right into it. He's not using fractionator. I was, and then I start, like, look, this is my deuterium storage. It's completely full. And so I dismantled the fractionators for now because I was having power issues. And I'm still working on tackling those power issues. In fact, the power problem's gotten worse since I took the hydrogen line out. That's why there's energy issues? No, it's not. Stop projecting your base on my base. No, I've never had an issue with deuterium. When I started having power issues because the deuterium rods weren't keeping up, it was because of the super magnet rings. It was not because of that. However, I will change this to increase how fast it offloads. I don't have these issues. You remind me of the worst tech support person I ever met in my life. There was a guy, he got fired pretty quick, but anytime he got a good call when we were in the tech support department, and the customer would be like, oh, I'm having this problem. He'd be like, oh, it works fine on my machine. And then they would just sit there in a really awkward silence. They let that guy go. All right, this should increase how fast it's offloading. There we go. All these inefficiencies, the Omnissiah frowns upon this. Actually, this whole game, the people did the flesh is weak thing. So, no, they're kind of on board with what you just said there. We want to be energy and make this one guy driving Bumblebee go do all the work. Okay. Combustible units? Get rid of those. Quarter of the way done on the wind condition. I haven't yet figured out how exactly to set these up, because I've already got 6 belts feeding into them, and I need a 7th for the white science. Oh my god. Why did our power go to freaking 0? Meh. I hate you for convincing me to get rid of that hydrogen line. This is more efficient. No, this is way worse. Hydrogen was a free infinite resource that was costing me nothing to do this. It's costing me absolutely nothing. All right, I have got to... How did I have this set up? Can't go over that. The game is so fickle with these double layered. Doing right now. Okay, there we go. Is this where it was connecting? No. There. That's what was feeding them. How long was your Oberdin playthrough total? Hang on. 10.5 hours. Yeah, we had a funny conversation about that. So my wife, who, you know, she uploads the episodes to YouTube with Birdtree, and she was like, hey, so I guess you're, yeah, I'm almost done with this game. And she's like, by the way, it always looks so grainy. And I was like, yeah, the camera gets kind of weird in that game, but, and she goes, but I guess you're almost done with it. And that's good. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I looked on howlongtobeat.com, like you told me to once, and it says it's about 10 hours. And you're like over 6 hours through it. So you're almost done. I'm like, yeah, but you gotta understand, babe, I'm really bad. And she's like, what? Because usually I knock these games out in faster time than how long to beat.com states. And I was like, but this mystery thing, I was like, yeah, there was like a 40-minute time period. I didn't solve anything earlier. I ended up making like massive breakthroughs today and ended up finishing it about on time. But I was like, no, you don't understand. This is some big brain stuff. I don't know if I'm keeping up. Completely different skill set. It was a very completely different skill set. I did manage to beat it though, and I am proud of that. Oh, look. There's a thingy. Chat, we made a thingy. How's the rocket production? It's caught up, yeah. Deuterium. Not enough deuterium. Deuterium rods. Have you considered using hydrogen at all? Yeah, I'm working on it. We just screwed up our power, so now more deuterium is going into the rods. So, okay. These are going at full blast. I would need to make another line. There's no more room here. I would need to make another line of these somewhere else. Oh, look. They're all on now. That helps a little bit. Lack of item. Do that. What are we holding right now? Bunch of random stuff. Let's see. Drop this in here. Deliver that out. You got this. I believe in you. Oh, thank you. Man, I'd like to do all the factory stuff on this planet and just build stuff, like, harvest things off-world and then bring it back here. But that has been a... I would have to change the setup more. Alright, let's see. Staring at the problem is not going to help. Let's get like 3 of them. What is this? That's an oil line. Okay. That doesn't have to be, well, yeah, that does not need to be there anymore. We can just drone that in. Trying not to mess with the thing currently on my clipboard. Okay, there. Now that will no longer require a belt through this area. Oh, it did lose it off the clipboard. God dang it! The copy paste in this game. You open this thing up. You have to highlight what you want. You have to Control C. You have to hit Use Now. Then you can close it. Then you can move over here. Then you can hit Control V. Otherwise, it's lost. All right, I want to try to line it up with this. All right, we need... Okay, tired of making cogs. Where's the cog or gear thing? Got a bunch of them over here. Okay. And can this... Why does that not connect? Oh, this was being very temperamental. Okay. And build another one of these. Alright, and is that hitting the output? Yes, it is. Make more boxes. Alright. More doot rods are being made. And actually, I think it'd be easier to do that. And that. And that. And that. What am I missing? Graphene. Okay, head on over here. Graphene is here. Anything else in here you need to distribute? Where was it? Right there. Wait, why is this belt full? Is it just power? Power's part of it. What's wrong with this one? Oh, no titanium alloy. Okay, I'll have to check on my titanium alloy production. Okay, and power's okay at the moment. Do I have a fancy automation for titanium alloy? I don't know if I do. No, I don't. Okay, might be time to make a fancy thing for that. Where would we put it? That one is still kind of old-fashioned. I could do it right here. Next to the hydrogen rods that are doing muck all at the moment. Well, no, they're helping some, but they're certainly not pulling the weight that we were hoping they would. But I guess my production of them was simply not enough to keep up with that many plants. So turning all those plants off of raw hydrogen and then switching to rods was a huge net loss. Okay, so titanium alloy is... I need a reminder. It's a smelter with 3 inputs. Okay. We'll do it on this line here, and we can extend this blue belt. Let's see, smelter. We don't really have a fancy setup for that. Okay, let's do assembler with 3 in. Oh god, no, that was an old one. No. Assembler chain with 3 in. And then we'll change it from assemblers to smelters. Why is it not liking that? Is that hitting something? Okay, it works there. Alright. Make one of these. And for super smelters, we need some of these rocks, which I don't use for literally anything else at the moment. At what point do you fight the evil space people and blow up the Dyson sphere? I actually tried to fight the evil space people at the beginning of this session. I got ripped apart. I unlocked spaceships and I went to try my hand at fighting them. It did not go well. I didn't even see my spaceships deploy the first time. I just died. And then I was like, okay. And then I reloaded and I got to see them deploy. And then I died. Alright, so this is going to be titanium alloy, which is titanium plates, steel, and and sulfuric acid. And then that spits out titanium alloy. And oh, we don't have the sprayer yet. Actually, these might be too close to it. Okay, now the output would be getting sprayed. We're still missing the second part of the combat update. Oh, really? What else are they adding for the combat update? Now you've got my attention. I probably would have never tried this game if it wasn't for me seeing that they added the combat update. That was made me finally go, okay, it's time. Does that reach all of them? Yes, it does. Space platforms is something they mentioned specifically. Travel Hat says, anything special planned for tomorrow's stream, Mug? Maybe a fancy hat. Oh, for New Year's Eve? Yeah, I guess I will be hanging out with you guys for New Year's. Yeah, I could get the party hat out. Out of fancy smelters. May need a second robot input for acid. The acid is being distributed as fast as it's being delivered. I could switch to a splitter output. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Let me set this over here for a second. There. I love this game. I always just give up at yellow signs because I'm not smart enough for anything afterwards. Delphi about Exolution. I've gotten way past where you're at, and everyone in my chat still says I'm not smart enough. Believe me, there's a whole other levels of stupid way above where you were at. Let's see. Got a bunch of spare oil. Another thing I was doing with these boxes earlier is all of the spare robot parts I had, every tree and bush and stuff like that, I found out it could all be burned in these, and I just threw it in a box and fed it all through. It was marvelous. I actually didn't know. It sounds stupid, but I didn't know the game would let you like burn the trees and stuff like that for fuel other than in your own thing. Math nerds, the audience like me, just want to see things nicer ratio down. Oh, that's fine. I also enjoy that to an extent. I don't think, if I didn't enjoy that, I wouldn't have gotten as far as I did in this game, right? However, there is a point where it's just like, okay, at this point I'm just copy